Hi, and thank you for watching this video where we're going to talk about why Business Process Automation, BPA, is mission critical for your enterprise. This will be the first video in a series. I will talk about Business Process Automation, BPA, and the different types there is to this solution. And in this first video, I will talk about the difference between RPA, Robotic Process Automation, and RDA, Robotic Desktop Automation. In the next one, we will deep dive a little bit more in how we can use this as a call deflection in your contact centers. And in the last video, I will connect the full scope of RPA, RDA, and how it can benefit your company. So stay tuned if you want to need more. When we talk about RPA, most of us talk about RPA and don't know that much about RDA. I will try to explain the difference between these. And of course, we will touch on the impact it can have on your business. So hopefully this video will guide you a little bit more into how to know the difference between RPA, Robotic Process Automation, and RDA, Robotic Desktop Automation. And my name is Torbjörn Hörberg, and I work as a business developer and SME for the TM Group. I have a long history working in customer support center for one of the largest retail businesses in the Nordics. And there I've been developing RPA and BPA processes and turned the RPA tool into a global one used in many different entities, not just the contact center world. So we all love numbers, right? Here are some numbers from Gartner showing the complexity we all face in the contact with customers and their needs in every day. This is the reason why we need BPA in all forms in order to meet up this demand, without creating larger customer support centers that requires more and more agents. Only 8% of the channels are connected today. This means that the channels often are silo-based, no connection between them, and they create the feeling for the customer that they get different support in different channels. On top of all the channels, we have all the systems, applications needed, and we see that we use in average 19 of these when we talk to a customer. And this is a lot for an agent to handle. But we also see that a lot of these systems and channels can be automated. But not only with the RPA, we need to extend it to RDA for the agents as well to cover the entire scope and create an end-to-end solution. And we also see that our customers are really eager to solve their issue themselves if we can provide a good interface that provides the answer with low amount of effort from the customer. So let's try to see the difference between RPA and RDA. RPA is where we let the machine work, based on strict rules and no human interface, often used between applications and processes that are queue-based. It works until the queue is finished and listens for more. RDA is where the robot is working together with the agent or customer, guiding or assisting them in the meeting with the customer. So what we are looking for is the full cooperation between these two and to create an end-to-end solution that gives us a really powerful tools for the customers and the agent experience, connecting them both. We can see that the RPA very much connected to the backend work, where it can be used without connection to real-time work. But with RDA, you can broaden the scope and include agents in the work. We'll get back to that later in the video how. But the major difference is that we can take it one step further and connect the processes all the way out to the customers to create a powerful self-service connect all the way to the backend processes in a good interface, creating that environment that the customers want and need. So how do we do it then? How do we connect things? As we see here, we have a line of applications, all from the old terminal solution to new powerful cloud-based solution. We kind of use RPA in order to connect all of these, to break the silos between them. Here RPA is a really good tool and powerful. We need to connect it to the front end though, and let the agent use that power to either steer, guide, or assist them. And not all of the robot applications out there are made for this type of fast real-time work or processes. We connect these two types of robots with a layer in between that you can say talks to each other, either direct to the applications in the backend, or we steer it to talk to already existing RPA robots working with under line applications we see. We do that through smart programming and solid integrations. This allows us to connect both the customers and the agents to all processes needed. If we look for the bots for the customers on the left-hand side, this enables a process that is connected in all channels, most processes, and the customers will not get different support or feeling in whatever method they choose to contact us in. And of course, all channels are now connected and information from previous channels conversation is transferred to the new one. So no silos. If we look at the bots for agents on the right-hand side, for the agents we can now do a lot more. We can either automate an entire process for them that they start or control, or we can guide them, making the skill set of the agent less important, creates more overflow control between either skill sets in your organizations, or cutting down on training time for an agent to get up and running. We assist them by, for example, listening in the background, and when an agent is starting a process manually, we can advise them how to do it or do it for them, remind them so they don't miss crucial information needed. And last but absolutely not least, we can actually unite all of the things that we have talked about into one single interface and really release the power of both RPA and RDA. So here, I will show you a little bit in a demo around an agent working with guidance. Here we'll see how an agent is in need of guidance. In this case, it's a GDPR question. He will start it manually and ask the assistant a question, as you see here. And this will end up in actually RPA taking over and doing the process for him. All the flashing that you see in the background is actually done by the RPA connected to all backend systems. So it's RPA controlled by RDA. This is where you connect the both of them. And as you see here, the assistant is asking several questions he needs to in order to fulfill the process. Clicking a lot of different choices. So when it feels ready, it will start in the background. So here you see it's starting to work. It's logging into the different systems, collecting all the information needed from different systems in order to fill out in the proper one. We can also see in the end of the movie that it actually summarizes what has happened and puts that into the CRM or ticket system for further knowledge the next time he calls in. So for the second demo, we will see how the agent is starting the process manually and the RDA in the background is listening and picks up that a process might be started and asks the agent if this is the case and needs help. Here we see it pops up and asks for more questions or more information. Here we can also see one of the biggest differences between applications of robotics out there. Once the robot starts his work, we can see that the agent gets a question that the customer is missing, like a mobile number, and the agent can type in that number while the robot is working in the background. This is something that not all robotic tools out there today can do in this real-time work, and not freeze either the screen or even the mouse, keeping the agent from working. So this is something that you really need to consider when you're looking into connecting the RPA to the RDA. So we will maximize the work that can be done for the coworker. Here you can also see that it summarizes what we have done. So hopefully all of this will give you some benefits in the end, right, on the bottom line. Here we can see a normal call for an agent. If we look at the start, we see that we can only defect around 10% of the calls used in the normal systems that we have today. Rest is actually coming through to an agent. Not all of these calls that come through add any value either for the customers nor to the business, simple questions. So if we implement good self-service based on RPA and bring that out to the customers all the way to the front end, and connect that to the backend with RPA, we see that we can really deflect over 50% more calls to self-service. And that applies to any channels that the customers want to use. We also see that the other metrics are going down due to that we can assist the agents, we can guide the agents, and we can automate for them, where we do that in real time for our agents. Really powerful. So a lot of information in short time, but if you only remember one thing from this video, I really want it to be that RPA, Robotic Process Automation, does not mean that you can connect end to end through your processes. But if you connect robotic process automation and robotic desktop automation as one business process automation, that does. Do you think this sounds interesting, or do you have more questions that popped up during this video? Please contact us at the email below. Thank you very much for watching, and please remember to check out our website, tmgroup.com. Follow us on LinkedIn and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this and other content about business process automation and other solutions. Stay safe.